So we can start. Hello, everyone. I'd like to welcome you all to our today's webinar. And one little thing before we start, if the presentation is displayed in a small window, please click on the presentation on the screen to make it bigger. Let's start. I'm Gabriel, the Business Development Manager at N-Progression. And today we will be discussing the upcoming March release of Dynamics 365 Supply Chain Management, including its main changes, practical demonstrations, and of course, Q&A session. All webinar materials will be sent to participants via email, so please, no need to worry about that. Next slide, please. Let me begin by introducing our company. N-Progression is a Gold Microsoft partner with a really strong focus on Dynamics 365, Power Platform, and Azure solutions. With over 20 years of experience working closely with Microsoft, we have empowered more than 500 clients worldwide with the best solutions. And one of our main services is migration to new system version, which are both fast and cost-effective. Next one, please. Super. And right now, I would like to introduce our experts, Peter and Andrew. They possess really vast experience and deep expertise in supply chain management platform, and they will assist you in preparing for the new release. Our team thoroughly examines every new release so that we can quickly share the changes with our clients. This way, they can take advantage of the latest features and get the most out for business. Next one, please. Super. Okay, a few words about our agenda. During this 30 minutes webinar, we will discuss new features, provide a practical demonstration, of course, and after that, we will answer your questions. So please feel free to write your question in the chat, and we will respond to them after the demo. And right now, I will hand over to Peter. Peter, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Gabriel. Let's try to switch slide. Can you see the new one?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, it's work. Great.
Yeah, it's working.
Hello for everyone. Again, thanks for taking the time to participate today's webinar. What's new in 10.032 Dynamics 365 Supply Chain Management. Today is March 14th, which means that the official release of new version is just 3 days away. According to the platform update plan, this will be the second of 7 releases in 2023, and it's also marked as a major one. This means that this release will include many important and useful features that are either new or changed in Microsoft Dynamics 365. Our overviews of updates are aimed at helping you understand whether you need to install the latest release and how it can affect for your functionality and any customization you've made. So let's take a brief look at the following list of new features that are included in this release. Yep, does slide change? Yeah, everything okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect. Yeah.
For the beginning, in the procurement area, the vendor bank account workflow process was added. This feature will definitely lead to reducing the risks of an appropriate change. Also, a lot of new in the warehouse management area, the license plate label layouts management, or warehouse groups, for example, but the biggest one is related to warehouse-specific inventory transactions, the database records that hold information about how inventory is stored and moved around in the warehouse. It leads to significantly improved warehouse operation performance. This feature deserves its special review. Please let us know in the comments if you're interested in it. However, we will focus on the following 2 topics today. Migration to the planning optimization for master planning functionality, and cross-company product sharing, which I would like to start with. As you probably already know, product is intercompany data, so the information in it available in any company at the same time. Unfortunately, it contains minimal information about the product. The main characteristics and settings of the product are filled in when you release it to a specific company. Therefore, the main product information must be maintained by every legal entity individually, which means a high level of duplication product data. The cross-company product sharing feature lets you share data about released products across multiple companies. Before a short demo of the cross-company product sharing functionality, I'd like to provide additional information about key settings, conditions, and limitations it has. First of all, share products and product-related information. You must create and set up your sharing policies. Each sharing policy established a set of tables and fields that are shared. There are two types of sharing policies you may use. Duplicate record sharing, when each company has its own copy of the product record. Every time the product information is edited in a company, the update is immediately replicated to every other company of the product record. And the second one is a single record sharing, when just one shared record exists for each product in the database, and all relevant companies can view and edit this one record. Obviously, when you share product information, Microsoft recommended using a single record sharing policy because it uses database resources more efficiently, especially for companies that have large product portfolios. Before you enable cross-company data sharing for products feature, work through the following checklist. If your company if all your company use the same accounting currency, there are no special limitations to consider. But if not, you should pay attention that all basic prices fields will share the same amount across company, and with different currencies, it means they will not represent the same monetary value. Please be careful. Also, there are two number sequences that must be aligned across all companies. In the data sharing policy, there are item number and style. And it is not necessary, but you might want to align default parameters across all companies in the data sharing policy. I mean, parameters which are related to released products information. And the final part before demonstration starts, those are limitations and notes that apply to sharing products. So you cannot apply item templates to child companies. Most country region specific fields are disabled in product tables because they are unsupported. Bills of materials, formals, and roads aren't shared too. As I told previously, be careful with fields automatically entering from default company settings, such as unit of measures or tax groups, for example. They will be filled in from the current company you create the product in. Site and warehouses are also not shared. And the final one, dual write, isn't currently supported when you use cross-company data sharing for products. So we are ready for our demonstration. And 1 second, I will switch screen to it. My demonstration of the cross-company product sharing feature will be divided into two parts. In the beginning, I am going to demonstrate how to activate the feature and what settings should be done to start using it. Then I would like to share with you a short example of how it works. So let's start and go to the Feature Management menu in System Administration model. We are looking for two features here: cross-company data sharing for products and master company data sharing. Both are marked as preview now because the official release of version 10.032 is on March 17th. Master company data sharing feature has to be activated only if you will use a single data sharing mode. A little bit later I'll show what is the difference in settings. So features are activated and we are going to the cross-company data sharing menu, which is in System Administration Model 2. There is a list of previously configured data sharing policies in the left side. Some of them were prepared by Microsoft. I have downloaded them as data packages from LCS and uploaded them to the system using the data management functionality. Unfortunately, there is no available data package for the product information so far. Therefore, I set it up myself. To create a new policy, click the New button and fill in only one mandatory field, name. The Master Company Data Sharing Policy checkbox defines the type of the policy. If it's No, the data sharing policy type will be duplicate, otherwise single. This field, as well as Master Company, appear only if Master Company Data Sharing feature was activated early in the Feature Management menu. Let's continue. Tables that are shared have to configure and list below. To add a new table, click Add button and type table name. We'll start with only one, Invent Table. Click Add Table. Then select a few legal entities to share product information with in the right section of the form. And we are ready to try to activate the policy. Click Enable button. Yes. And we see to activate the policy, it will be necessary to resolve the conflicts of the number sequences. It's possible to synchronize them right here or in the inventory management model parameters. I will do it in this form to avoid wasting time. After that is done, the system will provide a list of tables that have to be added to the policy to make sharing correct. I won't add them right now because it takes a while. Instead, I just click on a policy I've already prepared and it's ready to work. Important to note, there is no way to disable the policy or to remove tables or to remove companies from the policy because its type is single. Also, if you already have existing products in the system, before you enable the single record sharing policy, they won't be shared. So please be very careful using single data sharing policies. So now we have an activated cross-company data sharing policy for the product information. It means we are ready for the second part of our demonstration. Go to the Product Information Management, Released Product. And I will create a new released product and fill up some information, just for example. Click New button, fill in product number, product name, some other fields like reference groups, with random values, just for example. Change something here in units of measures. Tax information for sales and purchase. And prices. Click OK button. And in a few seconds, released product will be created. So, the released product has been created. And now let's switch to another company. And here it is, the released product we just created in another company. Let's do something more and change a few values. I'm entering an edit mode and changing the search name over delivery field and, for example, base sales price. Save the change and switch legal entity again. Open our released product. So, search name has been updated as well as our delivery field and base sales price. That's all what I wanted to demonstrate today, so we are going back to our presentation and continuing to consider new features in version 10.032 with Andrew. Thank you for your attention and feel free to ask any questions in the chat section.
So, thank you, Peter. Hello, everyone. Let's talk about the planning engines. As you may know, there are two master planning engines available in the system, the built-in master planning and the planning optimization add-in. In version 10.032, Microsoft has deprecated the built-in master planning engine in favor of planning optimization. This change affects all cloud environments. On-premises installations and one-box environments are not affected. If you deploy a new Tier 2 or higher high availability environment, planning optimization will be the standard master planning engine. It must be used for all new deployments that you don't generate planning production orders during master planning process. If you are setting up a new deployment that requires functionality that isn't currently supported by planning optimization, you can request an exception that will allow you to use the built-in master planning engine instead. We will discuss this opportunity later. Owners of existing cloud-based deployments that depend on master planning should plan to migrate to planning optimization. If your implementation depends on functionality that planning optimization doesn't currently support, you must request an exception to continue to use the deprecated master planning engine. Next slide, please. So let's discuss the migration recommendations. There are several differences between the deprecated master planning engine and planning optimization. For distribution companies, the two master planning engines provide very similar feature sets. If the distribution company doesn't use planning production orders during master planning, we recommend enabling and testing planning optimization in a test environment. And then, when testing is successful, enable it in a production environment. Manufacturing companies might be affected by some of the minor architectural differences that exist between planning optimization and the deprecated planning engine. Based on our experience helping other customers migrate, we recommend that you set up a new test environment and proceed in the following way. So first step, create two testing plans, one for planning optimization and the other one for the deprecated planning engine. Use the same settings for both plans. While the built-in master planning engine is enabled, run the plan that you created for it. Enable planning optimization and run the plan that you created. For each plan, export the planning orders to an Excel file. In order to compare the results, you can do, for instance, the following. For each plan, sum the planned order quantities for each of several regular periods, for example, every month. Compare the quantities for each plan to make sure that the results is the same or very similar. Some variation can be expected for orders that occur at the start or end of a period. If your test is successful, continue testing on the test environment. When all of your tests are successful, you can enable planning optimization in your production system. If you use the functionality that planning optimization doesn't currently support, you can request an exception that will allow you to use the built-in master planning engine. So let's talk about the exception process Would you switch to the next slide, please? Yes.
I already did.
Yeah, I see a new slide. Thank you.
Great.
So you can see on the screen the flow chart that summarizes the information about this process so that you can determine whether you should request an exception. Currently, exceptions for planning optimization migration are relevant only if your master planning process doesn't include production, and if you require the deprecated master planning engine beyond supply chain management version 10.015. If the system detects that all the relevant features that you are using are supported by planning optimization, but you are still running the deprecated planning engine, it will ask you to migrate. If you haven't customized the master planning engine for this deployment, you should migrate to planning optimization. If you require some more time to test and migrate, you can select the time that you will require. The system will automatically apply an exception for the selected time. So that's it from my side for today. Thank you for your time. So Gabriel, the stage is yours.
Super. Peter, Andrew, thank you for such detailed presentation. Peter, please, next slide, if it's possible.
Can you see it? No, the previous one?
Right now we see the previous one, yeah, about planning optimization. Try it again, please. Yeah, super.
Yes,
thank you. Thank you. Peter, Andrew, again, thank you for a presentation. Thank you all for joining us in this really in-depth discussion of the main upcoming changes of Dynamics 365 supply chain management. As you can see on the screen right now, we've provided some useful links to the materials with the detailed documentation. And if you have any questions during your studies, you can reach out to our experts directly using the links to their LinkedIn pages. You can see them right now on the screen also.